First, we have solving quadratic equations by factoring. So, may dalawa tayong forms ng quadratic equations na pwede nating isolve by factoring. Yung una, kapag ganyan siya, ax raised to 2 plus bx is equal to 0 and ax raised to 2 plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay, so magbigay tayo ng mga examples para mas maintindihan. For our first example, we have 3x raised to 2 plus 18x is equal to 0. Kung mapapansin nyo, nasa unang form siya ng quadratic equation natin. Yung ax raised to 2 plus bx is equal to 0. Okay, so ano nga ba yung una nating gagawin? First, magpo-factor tayo. Okay, paano nga ba i-factor? Ito. So, balikan nyo lang yung greatest common monomial factor nyo. Okay, so kung saan mag-iisip tayo ng common factor kay 3x raised to 2 and 18x. So ano yung pwede nating i-divide sa kanilang dalawa? So kung sa number muna tayo, 3 and 18, so ang pwede nating i-divide sa kanilang dalawa ay 3. Then sa x raised to 2 at saka kay x, kunin natin yung mas mababa ang exponent, which is x, kasi ang exponent niyan ay 1. Then, gawa tayong parenthesis. I-divide natin si 3x sa first term natin and second term natin. So, 3x raised to 2 divided by 3x. X na lang. Kasi 3 divided by 3, 1. Di na natin ilalagay. Then, x raised to 2 divided by x. X na lang. Kasi magma-minus tayo sa exponent. So, 2 minus 1. Kaya 1. So, x na lang. Then, plus. Lagay natin. Then 18 divided by 3, we have 6. X divided by x, 1, or hindi na natin nilalagay, makakancel. Okay, so ayan na yung factor natin. Then step number 2 na tayo. Set each factor to 0. Okay, ito yung una nating factor, si 3x. Yung pangalawa nating factor, x plus 6. Okay, so gagawin natin, equate lang natin sa 0. So 3x, tapos lagyan mo lang ng 0 equals to 0. Then ganun din, x plus 6, lagyan mo ng 0. Okay, then step number 3 na tayo, solve for x. Okay, lagi nating tatandaan na kapag nasa ganitong form tayo ng equations, ax raised to 2 plus bx is equal to 0. Basta ganyan yung itsura niya. Ang root ng isa sa root ng equation na to ay laging 0. So kung mapapansin nyo, pag kinuha natin yan, yung value ng x, magiging x is equal to 0 yan. So 3x is equal to 0, divide natin sa 3 para makuha yung value. So x is equal to 0. So palagi ang unang roots ay 0. Then dito na lang tayo sa pangalawa, yung x plus 6. So, ang gagawin natin dito, ita-transpose natin or ililipat natin sa kabila yung mga numbers. Yung mga variable may iwan dito sa left side. Then, paghihiwalayin sila ng equal side. Sa kabilang side naman, yung number. Okay, so x, tapos equals. Pag naglipat tayo ng number, ang mangyayari, kung positive yan, magiging negative. Kung negative, magiging positive. Basta papalitan siya ng sign pag nag-transpose tayo. So, dahil positive 6 yan, magiging negative 6. Okay, so ang value ng isa pang x natin or isa pang root natin is negative 6. So, therefore, yung roots ng equation na 3x raised to 2 plus 18x is equal to 0 ay x is equal to 0 and x is equal to negative 6. Okay, pero may shortcut dyan. Ito na nga. Ang sinasabi ng rule natin, the roots of a quadratic equation of the form, basta ganito ang form niyan, tatandaan natin, ax raised to 2 plus bx is equal to 0 are x is equal to 0 and x is equal to negative b over a. Okay, so ayan, yung binabanggit nyo dyan na b tsaka a, ayan yung mga kasamang number na x. Ayun yung b natin, yung second term, yung a nandun siya sa first term. So yan yung shortcut and gagamitin natin siya mamaya. Okay, for example number 2, we have 4x raised to 2 minus 2x is equal to 0. Okay, so i-factor natin. Gaya ng ginawa natin dun sa example number 1, common monomial factor, ano yung pwede nating i-divide kay 4x raised to 2 at saka kay 2x. So, kay 4 tsaka kay 2, pwede yung 2, syempre. Then, x raised to 2 tsaka kay x, yung pinakamababang exponent, x, kasi 1 yung exponent niya. Then, parenthesis na tayo. 4x raised to 2, ito, divided by 2x will give you 2x. Kasi 4 divided by 2, 2. X raised to 2 divided by x, x na lang. Then minus, so minus, then 2x divided by 2x, 1. 2 divided by 2, 1. Then makakancel yung x. Okay, so may dalawa tayong factor, 2x and 2x minus 1. Okay, second step tayo, set each factor to 0. So 2x is equal to 0 and 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. Then third step natin, solve for x. Automatic ito, sabi ko nga yung unang factor 0 na lang agad. X is equal to 0. Then ito, magta-transpose tayo. So lahat ng may number may iwan dito sa left side. So 2x then equals yung ating number ililipat natin sa kabila. Dahil negative yan, magiging positive 1. Okay, then dahil may kasama pa sa x dito, i-divide natin kung ano man yung kasama niyang number. So ang kasama niya dyan 2, kaya divided by 2 din dun sa kabila para makancel, para maiwan na lang yung x. So meron tayong x is equal to 1/2. Therefore, yung roots niya ay 0 and 1/2. Okay, so itry lang nating isolve yung sinolve natin kanina, yung 4x raised to 2 minus 2x is equal to 0 gamit etong shortcut. Okay, so automatic ang kinukuha natin roots, diba? Yung una, x is equal to 0 na. So, wala na tayong isa-solve dyan. Then, eto na lang yung pangalawang roots. Yung kaninang nakuha nating sagot ay x is equal to 1/2. So, dapat, ang makukuha natin dito, pag ginamit natin tong formula ay 1/2. Ibig sabihin, hindi nyo na kailangan mag-factor. Gamitin nyo na lang tong formula na to and makukuha nyo na yung isang roots. Okay, so, itry natin. So, x is equal to negative b over a. Okay, so ito kasi yung ano niya, yung form natin. So yung unang number na yan is yung a natin. Then yung susunod, yung katabi ng x naman is yung b natin. Ayan, isama natin yung sign. So ibig sabihin, pag in-apply natin tong formula, x is equal to negative. Dahil nandun yung negative sa formula natin, isusulat natin siya. Huwag nating wawalain. Then b, ang b natin ay yung kasama ni x, itong nasa second term, which is negative 2. Okay, negative 2. Ganyan. Yung negative na to, galing dun sa formula. Then yung b is yung negative 2. Then, over, so lalagay natin over, a, yung a naman natin ay yung unang number dito, yung kasama ni x raised to 2. So, which is 4. Okay, then simplify natin. X is equal to, ito, negative times negative will give you positive 2 over 4. Then, kapag nilowest term natin yan, divided by 2. Okay, 2 divided by 2 will give you 1 and 4 divided by 2 will give you 2. So, 1/2. Therefore, kahit hindi na tayo mag-factor, ito yung shortcut. Okay, example number 3. 11x raised to 2 minus 13x is equal to 8x minus 3x raised to 2. So, paano naman to? Bakit parang ang dami na? Okay, kung mapapansin nyo, may mga common kasi tayo dyan parehas. Ayan, 11x raised to 2 tsaka negative 3x raised to 2. Parehas din to, tsaka yan. So, kanina, pag nagta-transpose tayo, pwede natin pagsamahin yung mga yan. Ibig sabihin, pagsasamahin natin yung magkakaparehas. So, we have 11x raised to 2. Then, ito, sa negative 3x raised to 2, ililipat natin siya sa kabila. So, dahil negative siya, pag nilipat natin, magiging positive. Plus 3x raised to 2. Ganyan na yan. Then, dito naman tayo, negative 13x. Hindi natin siya nilipat, kaya hindi nagbago yung sign niya. Then, si 8x, ililipat kasi natin siya dun sa kabila. Gaya nung ginawa natin sa negative 3x raised to 2 na nilipat din natin. So, si 8x, magiging negative 8x yan. Kasi positive siya, mag-iiba yung sign. Then, yung equal, sign natin, then 0. Okay, ngayon, i-combine na lang natin yung mga yan. So, 11 plus 3, basta yung magkaparehas, pwede natin i-add. So, 11 plus 3 will give you 14. Then, kopyahin natin yung parehas na variable. Okay, x raised to 2. Then, ito naman, negative 13x minus 8x. So, we have negative 21x is equal to 0. Okay, kung mapapansin nyo, yung bago nating equation ay nasa form na siya ng ax raised to 2 plus bx is equal to 0. Therefore, pwede na natin gamitin yung shortcut natin. Okay, so automatic ang roots natin, agad-agad, x is equal to 0. Automatic yung unang roots natin ay x is equal to 0. Then, kukunin na lang natin yung pangalawa, which is x is equal to negative b over a. Okay, so ang a natin, ayan, si 14. Ang b natin ay si negative 21. Okay, so automatic nasa formula natin yung negative sign. So, susulat natin negative. Then, we have negative 21 as our b. So, negative 21. Then, over a natin is 14. Okay, then simplify natin. Negative times negative, we have positive 21. Then, over 14. Okay, mag-lowest term natin. Mag-isip tayo ng number na pwede nating i-divide sa kanilang dalawa. Okay, so we have divided by 7. So, 21 divided by 7 is 3. And 14 divided by 7 is 2. So, nasa lowest term na siya. Therefore, yan na yung value ng x natin. 3 over 2. Okay, next, we have 7x raised to 2 minus 18x is equal to 10x raised to 2 plus 12x. Okay, gaya din siya nung last example natin. So, may mga i-combine na naman tayo. Okay, wag tayong malilito. Basta ililipat lang natin itong mga to. Kasi nasa kabilang side sila eh. Pinagsiseparate kasi sila ng equal sign. So, yung mga yan, ililipat natin sa kabila. Ganon din si 12x sa kabila din. Okay, so pag naglipat tayo mamaya, papalitan natin ng sign. Kung positive, magiging negative. Kung negative, magiging positive. So, etong mga to, yung 7x raised to 2 at saka si negative 18x, hindi na natin papakilaman yung sign since hindi naman natin sila ililipat. So, 7x raised to 2. Then, ang kaparehas niya ay si 10x raised to 2. Ililipat natin siya dahil positive yan, magiging negative 10x raised to 2. Then, isulat natin ito, negative 18x, hindi siya nagpalit ng sign kasi hindi natin nilipat. Then, we have positive 12x, ililipat natin siya, so magiging negative 12x. Then, simplify natin, ayan yung magkaparehas, 7 minus 10 is negative 3. Then, x raised to 2, gayahin lang natin. Then, negative 18x minus 12x will give you negative 30x. Then, gawin na natin to. Automatic yung unang value ng x ay 0 na agad. Then, perform na lang natin to. Okay, so x is equal to negative b. Okay, so negative. Then, yung b natin ay negative 30. So, negative 30. Then, yung a natin, ito yung nasa una. Again, wag tayo malilito. Ito yung a, ito yung b. Okay, sa formula natin may negative, kaya may negative din tayo dito. Then yung a natin ay negative 3. Okay, then simplify natin, negative times negative, kaya positive 30 over negative 3. So we have negative 10. Okay, so yun yung value ng x natin. X is equal to 0 and x is equal to negative 10. Okay, example number 5 na tayo. For example number 5, we have x raised to 2 plus 9x is equal to negative 8. So, nasa form na tayo ng ax raised to 2 plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay, so kapag ganyan siya, ang una nating gagawin, ita-transform natin. Kasi kailangan kapag magsosolve tayo, naka-equate siya sa 0 or naka-equal to 0 siya. Okay, so kapag ganyan, hindi siya naka-equal to 0, gagawin muna natin siyang ganyang form. So, we have x raised to 2 plus 9x. So, ililipat lang natin si negative 8. So, kapag nilipat natin, magiging positive 8 is equal to 0. Okay, so nasa ganyang form na siya. Then, magpa-factor tayo. Okay, so sa factoring, trinomial yan, ang magiging sagot ay dalawang binomial. Okay, so i-factor na natin. Siyempre, factor natin tong first term, x raised to 2. So, x, tsaka x. Then, dito sa dulo, mag-isip tayo ng dalawang number na kapag minultiply natin ay yung last term. At kapag pinag-add naman natin, yung nasa gitna. Okay, multiply yung nasa last term, add yung nasa gitna. Okay, dun muna tayo sa positive 8. Okay, 8. Ano yung mga factors ng 8? So, we have 4 times 2 and 8 times 1. So, alin dyan yung dalawang number na kapag pinag-add natin, ang makukuha natin ay 9. So, eto, 4 plus 2, 6. 8 plus 1, 9. So, dito tayo sa 8 plus 1. Okay, so we have 8 and 1. Then, ang sign natin ay positive kasi parehas naman silang positive. Okay. So, therefore, ang factor natin is x plus 8 tsaka x plus 1. Then, third step natin, set each factor to 0. So, gaya nung ginawa natin dun sa unang form natin, isa-set lang natin sa 0 yan. So, equate lang natin. X plus 8 is equal to 0. Then, x plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay. Then, transpose natin. So, we have x is equal to itong negative 8, lilipat natin sa kabila. So, solve for x na yung ginagawa natin. So, we have negative 8. Then, x, itong positive 1, lipat natin, magiging negative 1. So, therefore, yung value ng x natin is negative 8 and negative 1. Yan na yung roots natin. Okay, next. For example number 6, we have 9x raised to 2 minus 4. Okay. Yung unang step natin, transform into the form ax raised to 2 plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay, nasa form na siya na ganyan kasi naka-equate naman na siya sa 0. Okay, although hindi trinomial yung na-form natin, kung mapapansin nyo, mapafactor natin yan. Okay, so let's factor. Okay, so balikan nyo na lang yung factoring ng difference of two squares. Okay, so kung saan kukunin nyo yung square root nyan, tsaka yung square root nun. Okay, again, dalawang binomial yung sagot natin. Then, kunin natin yung square root ng 9x raised to 2. Okay, so we have 3x square root nyan. Then, square root ng 4 ay 2. Tapos 2 din sa kabila. Then, positive, negative. Balikan nyo na lang yung factoring nyo nung grade 8 kayo. Okay, next is set each factor to 0. So, equate lang natin sa 0. 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. And 3x minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, so 3x, solve na natin for x, equals, laging yung number lilipat natin sa kabila. So, positive 2 magiging negative 2. Okay, then, dahil may kasama pa sa x, kailangan kasi walang kasama sa x dyan. So, divide lang natin kung ano man yung kasama niya. So, dahil 3 yan, so divided by 3, divided by 3. So, cancel natin. Therefore, ang value ng x ay negative 2 over 3. Yan yung unang value. Dito naman tayo. So, we have 3x. Then, si negative 2, lipat natin sa kabila. So, negative siya, magiging positive 2. Then, may kasama si x. Divide natin. Divide din dyan. So, x. Therefore, ang isa pang value ng x ay positive 2 over 3. So, yan na yung roots natin. Negative 2 over 3 at saka 2 over 3. Okay, next we have solving quadratic equations by extracting square roots. So, familiarize nyo muna yung chart na yan. Yan yung mga numbers from 1 to 30 na may perfect square. Ibig sabihin, we have 1 raised to 2, 1, ayan, mga yan. So, pag kinuha naman natin yung square root niya, halimbawa, square root ng 1, 1, square root ng 4, 2, square root ng 9, 3, square root ng 16, 4, square root ng 25, 5, and so on and so forth. Okay? Magagamit natin yan later kapag nag-extract tayo ng square roots. Okay, so how to extract square roots? So, extract natin. So, ibig sabihin, kukunin natin yung square root niyan, then square root din nun. So, ang square root ng x raised to 2, maka-cancel kasi yan, tsaka yun. So, x na lang. Then, square root ng 49. Balikan natin yung chart. 49, so we have 7. Okay, so 7. Then, positive, negative. Bakit positive and negative? Kasi, positive 7 times positive 7, ayan, is equal to 49. Negative 7 times negative 7 is also equal to 49. So, kapag kumukuha tayo ng square roots, hindi lang yung positive number. So, laging positive and negative. Okay, so, try natin to. Square root. Yan. Okay, so we have x is equal to, yes, 13. Positive and negative 13. Okay, itong chart na to, andito yung mga number na may mga factor na merong square root. Halimbawa si 8, meron siyang factor na may square root, which is 4. Ang square root ni 4 ay 2. O, si 18, meron siyang factor na 9, which is may square root din yan, 3. Okay, magagamit natin yan mamaya. Okay, let's solve. We have x raised to 2 is equal to 75. Okay, so hanapin natin yung square root niya. Extract natin square root niya. So, we have x is equal to square root of 75. Okay, punta tayo dun sa chart natin. Nasaan si 75 dyan? Yan. We have 25 and 3. So, we have the square root of 25 times 3. Okay, 25 times 3 ay 75. Okay, so x is equal to, yung 25 may square root yan, which is 5. Okay, so positive, negative na tayo. Huwag kakalimutan. 5. Then, may iwan na lang sa loob si 3. So, square root of 3. Again, yung 5 nilabas natin kasi may square root yung 25. Then, naiwan si 3, kaya siya na lang nasa loob ng square root. Okay, therefore, ang value na ng x natin, dahil dalawa, is we have x is equal to positive 5 or 5 na lang, square root of 3, and x is equal to negative 5 square root of 3. Okay, tapos na. Okay, next we have 2 quantity x minus 5 raised to 2 is equal to 32. So, dahil may coefficient tayo dito na 2, may kasama siyang 2, di-divide lang natin both sides by 2. So, divided by 2. Okay, makakancel yon. So, meron na lang tayo x minus 5 raised to 2. Then dito, 32 divided by 2 will give you 16. Okay, next, kunin natin yung square root ng both sides. So, extract natin square root, then square root. So, dito, magiging x minus 5 na lang siya. Then, square root ng 16 ay positive, negative 4. Okay, then, hanapin na natin yung roots. So, meron tayong x is equal to yung negative 5, lilipat natin sa kabila. So, magiging positive 5. Then, gamitin natin tong positive. So, we have plus 4. Okay, so, x is equal to 9. So, yan yung una nating roots or value ng x. Then, yung susunod naman, we have x then. Then, yung negative 5, lipat natin. So, magiging 5. Then, yung minus naman yung gagamitin natin. So, we have minus 4 or x is equal to 1. So, ang roots natin ay x is equal to 9 and x is equal to 1. Okay, next, we have 3 quantity 4x minus 1 raised to 2 minus 1 is equal to 11. So, mapapansin nyo, halos parehas lang siya dun sa number 2. Pero meron tayong negative 1 dyan or constant. So, ililipat natin siya sa kabila. So, we have 3, then 4x minus 1 raised to 2. Kopyahin lang natin. Equals 11. Then, yung negative 1 lilipat natin, magiging plus 1. So, we have 3, 4x minus 1 raised to 2 is equal to 12. Okay, then pwede na natin gawin yung number 2 kung saan di-divide natin kasi meron tayong ditong common na pwedeng i-divide sa both sides. Okay, which is 3. So, divide natin dyan. Divide din natin sa kabila. Okay, so makakancel to kasi 3 divided by 3 will give you 1. Okay, so may iwan na lang yung 4x minus 1 raised to 2. Then, 12 divided by 3 will give you 4. Then, extract natin yung roots nila. Okay, so square root din doon. So, we have 4x minus 1. Then, square root ng 4, positive and negative 2. Okay, then next, kunin na natin yung value ng x natin. Next, kunin na natin yung value ng x. May dalawa tayong value ng x. So, yung una, we have 4x minus 1 is equal to, gagamitin natin tong positive dito. So, we have plus 2. So, we have 4x then is equal to 2. Itong negative 1, lilipat natin sa kabilang side. So, magiging plus 1, mag-iiba ng sign. Then, we have 4x is equal to 2 plus 1 will give you 3. Tapos, ito, yung 4 dyan, i-divide natin both sides para matira yung x. So, we have x is equal to 3 over 4. Then, yung susunod naman, we have 4x minus 1 is equal to, yung negative naman yung gagamitin natin, negative 2. So, we have 4x is equal to negative 2. Yung negative 1, lipat natin ulit doon. So, magiging plus 1. So, 4x is equal to negative 1. Then, divide both sides by 4. 4. Then, makakancel yan. So, x is equal to negative 1 over 4. Next, we have the quantity of 2x minus 3 raised to 2 is equal to 18. Okay, so wala tayong i-divide sa kanila. Extract na agad natin yung square root. Yan. Okay, so we have 2x minus 3 is equal to square root ng 18. Okay, positive and negative. Anong factors ng 18? Kasi wala siyang exact na square root. So, we have 9 and 2. Okay, then next, we have 2x minus 3 is equal to positive and negative. Okay, ito kasi inisip natin yung factor ng 18 kung saan yung isang factor niya ay may square root. So, yung 9 may square root siya. Ang square root ng 9 ay 3. Then, yung 2 wala siyang square root. So, may iwan siya dun sa loob ng square root. So, yun na yung square root ng 18 natin. Then, next, pwede na natin kunin yung value ng x natin. So, we have 2x minus 3 is equal to, itong positive muna yung gamitin natin, plus 3 square root of 2. So, we have 2x is equal to, itong negative 3, lipat natin, magiging positive 3, then plus 3 square root of 2. Okay? Then, simplify lang natin. So, we have ito, yung x, may kasama kasi siyang 2. So, divide lang natin both sides by 2. Okay, so para makancel yun. So, we have x is equal to 3 plus 3 square root of 2 over 2. Kasi wala naman na tayong pwedeng i-simplify dyan. So, ito na yung unang value ng x natin. Okay, next, kunin pa natin yung isang value which is 2x minus 3 is equal to, itong negative naman dito, negative 3 square root of 2. Okay, gaya ng ginawa din natin dito. So, we have 2x is equal to, itong negative 3, lilipat natin, magiging positive 3 minus 3 square root of 2. Okay, ito, kinopya lang natin. Yan. Okay, then, dahil may kasama pa sa x na 2, di-divide natin both sides by 2. So, by 2. Okay, then cancel yan kasi 2 divided by 2 ay 1. So, x is equal to 3 minus 3 square root of 2 over 2. So, ito yung pangalawang value ng x natin. Next naman is solving quadratic equations by completing the square. To complete the square of the expression x raised to 2 plus bx, add the square of the half the coefficient of x to make x raised to 2 plus bx plus quantity b over 2 raised to 2. Okay, so let's have an example of completing the square. So, hindi pa tayo magsusolve ng quadratic equation. Mag-complete muna tayo ng square. Okay. So, we have here x raised to 2 minus 8x. Okay, so kanina, sabi niya, i-divide daw natin yung b sa 2, then squared natin. Okay, so nasan ba yung b natin? Ayan, si negative 8. So, negative 8, lagi daw natin i-divide yung, ito, yung pangalawang term natin sa 2. So, divided by 2. Kung ano man yung number na yan, na nandyan sa gitna, or pangalawang term natin, or yung b na tinatawag natin, i-divide lang daw natin sa 2. Okay, so we have negative 8 divided by 2, we have negative 4. Okay, then, susunod na step, squared natin siya. Negative 4 squared. Ibig sabihin, negative 4 times negative 4. It will give you 16. Okay. So, ibig sabihin, yung blank dyan, 16. Okay, ganun lang yun. So, we have x raised to 2 minus 8x plus 16. Okay, next. Complete the square ulit. So, we have x raised to 2 plus 3x plus blank, sabi na. Okay, so we have, yung b natin is 3. Yan, 3. Okay, divide natin sa 2. Okay, so we have 3 over 2. Hindi naman siya whole number, so wala din tayong sagot na whole number. Therefore, squared na natin yan. Okay, so paano mag-squared? Squared mo lang yon, ayan. Tsaka tapos yung nasa baba. So, 3 times 3 will give you 9. Then, 2 times 2 will give you 4. Ganun lang, kasimple. So, therefore, yung 9 over 4, yan na yung makakapag-complete ng trinomial natin. So, we have 9 over 4. Okay, so pwede na tayong mag-solve. We have x raised to 2 plus 10x is equal to 3. Okay. Ang unang gagawin, katulad kanina nag-complete the square tayo. Pero kung mapapansin nyo, wala siyang equal sign. Ayan, ganyan lang siya. Okay. So, para hindi tayo malito, wag nyo munang pansinin yan. Ito muna tayo. So, we have x raised to 2 plus 10x. Then, dito tayo. 10 yung binatin. Divide natin sa 2. Yun yung ginawa natin kanina. So, we have 5. Then, squared natin yan. So, we have 5 times 5, 25. So, plus 25 tayo dito. Okay, kasi positive 25. Okay, next step. Yan, babalikan na natin si 3 dito. So, we have equals 3. Then, kung ano man yung inad natin, kung ano man yung nakuha natin sa pagkukomplete ng square, yun din yung i-add natin. Bali, i-add natin sa magkabilang side. So, dahil nag-add tayo ng 25 dito, mag-a-add din tayo dun sa kabila. So, plus 25. Okay, then, solve lang natin. Siyempre, dito wala tayong gagawin dun sa una. So, sulat lang natin. Then, 3 plus 25 will give you 28. Okay, then next, ito, factor natin. Si x raised to 2 plus 10x plus 25. Okay, yung factor niyan is dalawang binomial na parehas. For example, x plus 1 times x plus 1, x minus 1 tsaka x minus 1, x minus 3 tsaka x minus 3, ganon. Yung, kasi perfect square trinomial yung tawag natin sa makukuha natin dito. Pag nagko-completing the square tayo, palaging perfect square trinomial. Okay, so isip tayo ng number na kapag pinag-multiply natin ay 25 at kapag pinag-add naman natin ay 10. So, syempre yung unang factor na natin x, then we have plus, okay, anong number kaya yon? We have 5. Because 5 times 5, 25. 5 plus 5, 10. Okay, so we have x plus 5 squared. Okay, so balikan lang natin yung pagpo-factor natin ng trinomial. Perfect square trinomial no grade 8. Okay, then ganyan na yan. Then 28. Okay, hindi pa tayo tapos kasi ang laging goal natin is makuha yung value ng x. So, wala pa tayong nakukuhang value ng x. Okay, next is square root natin. Okay. So, square root natin yung both side. So, magiging ganyan. Tapos, ito, kunin tayo square root ng 28. Okay, kapag square root tayo dito, ayan, makakancel kasi yan, makakancel din yung 2. Okay, magiging x plus 5 na lang yan. Then, square root ng 28. Okay, so para makuha natin yung square root ng 28, isip tayo ng factors niya na may square root. Okay, so we have 4 and 7. 4 times 7, diba? 28. So, yung 4 kasi may square root yan. So, ang magiging sagot na natin is positive and negative square root ng 4. Ito. So, ilalabas natin which is 2. Kasi 2 times 2 ay 4. Then, sa loob ay yung square root of 7. Okay, sulat lang natin x plus 5 is equal to positive negative 2 square root of 7. Okay, yan na ba yung sagot? Hindi pa. Okay, so eto tayo, at dito tayo nag-stop. Then kukunin na natin yung value ng x. Okay, so ang mangyayari, we have x then equals, ayan, tandaan natin si positive 5 lilipat natin sa kabila. Okay, so we have negative. Pag nilipat natin, magiging negative 5 siya. Then, kunin lang natin tong isa. So, positive muna yung kunin natin. So, plus 2 square root of 7. Okay, so yan na yung unang value ng x. Then, we have also x is equal to, yung positive 5 ulit, lilipat natin. So, negative 5. Then, itong negative naman yung gamitin natin. Negative 2 square root of 7. Okay, so yan yung pangalawang value ng x. Yun na, nasolve na natin. Okay, negative 5 plus 2 square root of 7 and negative 5 minus 2 square root of 7. Okay, let's solve x raised to 2 minus 3x is equal to 1. Again, wag muna nating pansinin itong 1 dyan. Let's complete this square. We have x raised to 2 minus 3x. So, we have 3. Yung nasa gitna. Ayan, yung b natin. Divide natin sa 2. Diba? Yun yung una. Then, squared natin. Okay, so we have 3 times 3, 9. 2 times 2, 4. So, we have plus 9 over 4. Then, lagay na natin yung 1. Tapos, plus 9 over 4. Okay, next step natin ay factor na natin tong perfect square trinomial natin. So, we have x minus, okay, isip tayo ng factor na kapag minultiply natin ay 9 over 4 at kapag pinag-add natin negative 3. Syempre, tingin na tayo dito, ayan o. Kapag minultiply natin sa isa't isa yung 3 over 2, 9 over 4 yung makukuha natin. And pag in-add natin yan, 3 over 2 plus 3 over 2, we have 6 over 2 or 3. Then negative yung sign kasi negative times negative, positive. Then pag negative plus negative, negative. So we have negative 3 over 2 squared. Then equals, add natin 1 plus 9 over 4. Express natin tong 1 as 4 over 4. Then plus 9 over 4 para mas mabilis mag-add. So 9 plus 4 will give you 13. Then copy the denominator. So we have 13 over 4. Okay, susunod na step. Kunin natin yung square root. Square root din doon sa kabila. So, we have x minus 3 over 2. Matatanggal yung square root dyan. Tsaka yung raise sa 2. Then, we have positive and negative square root of 13 over 4. Ito, pwede pa natin i-simplify. So, we have positive and negative square root of 13. Kasi yung 4 may square root siya. We have 2 times 2. So, ang square root ng 4 ay 2. So, ganyan. So, positive, negative square root of 13 over 2. Ngayon, hanapin na natin yung value ng x. Yan, x is equal to, tingin tayo dito. So, itong negative 3 over 2, lilipat natin sa kabila. So, magiging positive 3 over 2. Then, gamitin muna natin tong positive. So, we have plus square root of 13 over 2. Okay, or pwede natin siyang isulat as 3 plus square root of 13 dahil pareha sila ng denominator or yung nasa baba all over 2. So, yan yung unang value ng x. Then, pangalawang value ng x, ganun din, is equal to 3 over 2. Dahil nga, nilipat natin to, si 3 over 2. Then, gamitin muna natin tong minus. So, we have minus square root of 13 over 2. Pwede natin siyang isulat as 3 minus square root of 13 all over 2. Okay, so ito yung dalawang value ng x natin. 3 plus square root of 13 over 2 and 3 minus square root of 13 over 2. Okay, next, number 3. Let's solve x raised to 2 plus 5x plus 4 is equal to 0. Okay, so para ma-solve natin yan, ilipat muna natin si positive 4 sa kabila. Okay, kasi magko-completing the square tayo. plus 5x. Then, may ilalagay tayo mamaya dyan, kaya layo natin. Positive 4 yan. So, pag nilipat natin, magiging negative 4. Okay, then, gawin na natin yung completing the square. Doon tayo sa 5. Divide natin sa 2. Then, squared natin. So, we have 25 over 4. So, mag-add tayo ng positive 25 over 4 dyan, then plus 25 over 4 din dito. Kunin natin yung factor nyan. So, we have, ayan, yung 5 over 2. So, we have x plus, dahil para silang positive yung gagamitin natin, 5 over 2. Then squared. And next, we have negative 4 plus 25 over 4. So, perform lang natin yung operation. Okay, so we have 9 over 4. Yung 9 over 4, galing siya dyan pag pinag-add natin yan. Next, kunin natin yung square root ng both sides. So, square root nyan, then square root din neto. So, we have x plus 5 over 2 na lang dito. Then, dito naman, we have positive and negative. Square root ng 9 ay 3. Square root ng 4 ay 2. Okay, positive, negative 3 over 2. Okay, then, let's solve each equation. Okay. We have x is equal to, etong 5 over 2, lilipat natin, magiging negative 5 over 2. Then, gamitin muna natin si positive. So, plus 3 over 2. Okay, so, pareha sila ng denominator. Negative 5 plus 3, we have negative 2 over 2, or we have negative 1. So, we have x is equal to negative 1. Okay, next, we have x is equal to, ito pa rin, magiging negative 5 over 2 siya kasi maglilipat tayo. Then, gamitin naman natin si negative 3 over 2. So, we have negative 5 minus 3, we have negative 8 over 2. Or, simplify natin, we have negative 4. So, yung roots natin ay negative 1 and negative 4. Okay, next, solving quadratic equations by quadratic formula. Okay, so tandaan lang natin to. Pag sinabi kasi natin formula, wala na tayong magagawa dyan. Ibig sabihin, yan yung gagamitin natin para ma-solve natin yung mga quadratic equations para makuha natin yung roots niya. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so tatandaan lang natin na para makapag-solve tayo using quadratic formula, kailangan alam natin yung value ng a, b, and c. Okay, pag kukunin natin yung value ng a, ito yung kasama nung x na may exponent. Yung b naman, ito yung kasama lang ng x. And yung c, yun yung number lang. Okay, dito tayo sa number 1, itong una. Okay, x raised to 2 minus 5x plus 3. Okay, yung x raised to 2 dito, wala siyang kasamang number, pero automatic yan pag walang kasama 1. Kaya ang a natin ay 1. Ang b naman, ito yung kasama ni x, negative 5. Kaya negative 5 yun. Isama natin palagi yung sign. Then yung constant natin o yung number lang dito na walang kasamang letter is 3. Kaya yung c natin 3. Okay, number 2. 4m raised to 2 plus 4m plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, yung a natin, so we have 4. Yung b, 4 din. Yung c natin, 1. Okay, then dito, yung may kasamang exponent, 9. So, yun yung a natin. Then dito, kung mapapansin nyo, wala tayong b. Kasi wala tayong may kasamang letter. Yung walang exponent. Okay, so dumiretso sa constant agad. Yung number lang, which is yung c natin. Kaya, yung b natin, 0. So, kapag wala, 0. Then, yung c natin is negative 25. Isama natin pati yung sign. Then, dito, we have 1/2. then yung may kasamang letter, okay, 3. So, ayun yun. Then C, wala tayong constant o wala tayong number lang. So, 0 siya. Okay, so pwede na tayong mag-solve. Okay, so let's solve. 2x raised to 2 minus 5x plus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, so yung unang step natin, kailangan identify natin yung value ng a, b, tsaka c. So yung a natin, eto, 2. Yung b natin ay negative 5. Yung c natin ay 2. Okay, then proceed na tayo dun sa formula. Sa-substitute lang natin yung mga value na yan dito sa formula natin. Okay, so we have x is equal to, eto, negative yung nasa formula natin, so susulat natin negative agad. Then yung b natin, negative 5. So we have negative 5, lagyan natin ng parenthesis para hindi tayo malito, plus or minus square root of, yung b natin, negative 5, so negative 5, then raised to 2, minus 4, then we have a, 2, then yung c natin ay 2 din, so times 2. Okay, then over 2, yung a natin, ang value niya ay 2. So kung ano yung sinasabi niya dyan, halimbawa a, papalit mo kung ano yung value ng a. Kung c, ipapalit mo kung ano yung value ni c. Kung b, papalit mo kung ano yung value ni b. Then, simplify lang natin. So, x is equal to negative times, dito tayo, negative times negative 5 is positive 5. Then, plus or minus square root of, eto, negative 5 times negative 5 will give you positive 25. Then, negative 4 times 2 times 2 will give you negative 4 times 2, negative 8 times 2, negative 16. Okay, then over 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, so we have x is equal to 5 plus or minus 25 minus 16. So we have 9 divided by 4. 5 plus or minus square root ng 9 ay 3 over 4. Okay, then pwede na natin kunin yung value ng roots natin. So we have x is equal to 5, yung positive muna, plus 3 over 4. So we have x is equal to 8 over 4, or we have 2. So yan yung unang value ng x natin. Then kunin pa natin yung isang value ng x. So we have x is equal to 5. Then yung minus naman yung gamitin natin. So minus 3 divided by 4. So 5 minus 3 will give you 2 over 4. Okay, or pag nilowest term natin yan, it will give you 1/2. So ito yung isa pa natin roots. So 2 and 1/2 yung roots natin. Okay, next. Let's solve 3x raised to 2 plus 5x is equal to 3. Okay, kung mapapansin nyo, si 3 nasa kabilang side siya, dapat maging ganitong form siya. So, ililipat lang natin si 3 sa kabilang side. So, we have 3x raised to 2 plus 5x. Then, si 3, ililipat natin, so magiging negative 3 siya, then equal to 0. Then kunin natin yung value ng a, b, and c. So a is equal to 3, yung b natin is equal to 5, then yung c natin is equal to negative 3. Okay, then gamitin na natin yung formula. Substitute natin, x is equal to negative, automatic may negative yung formula, then ang value ng b ay 5. Ayun, b daw. So, 5. Then, plus or minus. Ayan, plus or minus daw. Square root. Yung b. Okay, so we have 5 raised to 2. Then, minus 4. Ayan, may 4 kasi siya doon. Yung a natin ay 3. Yung c natin ay negative 3. Ayan. Then, over ito, 2a. So, 2, given yung 2, then a is 3. Okay, then simplify lang natin. Okay, x is equal to negative 5 plus or minus square root of 5 times 5 is 25. Then negative 4 times 3 is negative 12 times negative 3 is positive 36. Divided by 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, simplify pa natin. We have x is equal to negative 5 plus or minus square root of yung 25 plus 36 is 61. Okay, then over 6. Okay, then pwede na natin kunin yung roots. Yung unang roots natin is x is equal to negative 5, then plus yung positive muna, square root of 61 over 6. May ilo-lowest term pa ba tayo dyan? Okay, so kung wala na, ito na yung roots natin, yung value ng x na una. Then yung pangalawa naman, x is equal to negative 5, yung negative naman, so minus square root of 61 over 6. Okay, so doon na nag-end yung lesson natin. Sana may natutunan kayo ngayong araw na to. Study hard, guys.